Hi, it's Jasper here. I'm a property investor. Welcome back to my channel. So since my last video, I've now got the keys to my 5th property. I've just been around it with my builder, and in this video I wanted to take the opportunity to show you what I'm planning to do and how I arrived at the decisions I made. My refurb plan is going to be very high end. It's going to be a very high end HMO. It's going to have en-suites in every bedroom. There'll be 4 bedrooms. There's going to be a kitchen area and a social lounge area. There are 3 key areas to understand before you even start doing the refurb. Number 1, first understand the market you're in. You need to have local knowledge and an understanding of the rental market in the area you've chosen to invest. Number 2, you need to understand the regulations of HMOs in that specific area you're investing in. HMOs have a lot more regulations that you must adhere to compared to your standard vanilla buy-to-lets. Number 3, have a great builder. When you found a great builder, keep hold of them, treat them well, pay them well, and establish a formula with them so that when you have your second HMO, your third HMO, he knows exactly what you want and you have the confidence in him, because that's where your biggest risk is. Number 1 is having a strong knowledge of the area you're investing in. You need to see what the local market's doing. What are your competitors doing? So that you can arrive at a benchmark of the quality of refurb that you're going to do and where you fit in. Are you going to be on the cheaper end of the market, the mid-range, or the high end? What are they charging and what are they offering for the room? Build it around what does the area offer and where do you fit in? Where is there a niche? Is there a niche? And then attack it. Number 2 is all the legal bits and all the legislation that you must adhere to. And if you're not sure, you need to find out. Each council will have its own legislation. Find out whether the area you're investing in has an Article 4 directive or not. An Article 4 directive is a power given to the local council to prohibit the change of use from a home, a house, being turned into a HMO. And understand how many rooms your HMO is going to have and whether you need a license for that. And to have a license, you need to make sure certain criteria is met, mainly safety measures. Have a fire door, fire alarms, multiple fire exits and access ways, emergency lighting. Why? Because there's more of a risk considered, health risk, when there are multiple people living in a house. You must incorporate that into the refurb. So check with your local council. You can do that by calling the planning department. Number 3, have a great builder, because it's very different when refurbing a HMO than doing any other standard home improvement. It has its own specific regulations in that particular area as well. So also find a builder that has done HMOs in the area you're investing in. If you don't have the right team to execute on the plan, it will all fail. So save yourself a lot of hassle and risk, minimize your risk. Where do I find a great builder? Especially if it's in an area that you don't live in. It's very simple really. All you need to do is go on Check a Trade. You can go on My Builder, 2 great websites where you can find pre-vetted builders. Look at their profiles, make sure they're fully insured, make sure they are part of a relevant trade association, and get a few quotes. Another strategy you can employ is talk to letting agents. They use builders every day in that particular area. Because I've already done 4 HMO refurbishments, I have a very clear idea of what I'm going to do. I'm just going to rinse and repeat what I've already done, because I believe that by having the highest end property refurbishment, you will always be in the top of the market, which means you'll always be in demand. Not many people are offering high end in my area, and so whilst spending that bit more upfront, you're actually, by doing that, paying off your competitors. So all the tenants, all the good tenants who are going to pay well are coming to you. Probably the biggest USP of my model, my product, is having an ensuite in every room. Based on my research, only about 10% of landlords in that area, 10% of HMOs have ensuite. Really think about what model you're going to apply and then finding your gap in there. In the end, I'll benefit with a higher rent and a stronger business model, which has less risk involved. So here's the video that I made a few days ago. Okay, Wayne, so we've got the property, we've got the keys. What's the plan? You want to be very clear. Communication is really important. You may have a great model, a great business plan, a great property, but you need to make sure your builder understands that inside out. In my case, he understands me very well because of the several projects we've already done together. But the first one, if you're doing for the first time, make sure you're very precise with him. On the ground floor, there's a big open plan living room, and we're actually going to split that up with a wall in the middle, a studded wall. And in the front will be a bedroom with an ensuite, and the middle room that's just been created will become a kitchen.
Like blanket off.
Right.
So that way Jasper said now the kitchen. And then if we get the doorway here,
Yeah.
this becomes a bedroom.
Okay, door
The
there.
door is when you come in, you've got your own bedroom, it's blocked off to the kitchen with a firewall, a 60-minute related firewall, so any fire in the kitchen, the bedroom's safe.
Okay.
In this corner where your bags are, this will be an ensuite.
Ensuite here.
Drains will come along underneath the floor here, outside to a new manhole and a new sewage system there.
Plumbing is a big aspect to what I'm doing, because I'm adding in 3 ensuites and I'm upgrading a new ensuite, and that means under the surface you need to add in all the pipes, the drainage. This house, as you'll see, is an old house. All the plumbing, all the drainage, the manholes, they're actually at the back of the house, and there are 2 rooms in the front of the house where I need to add in bathrooms. It needs to connect to the drainage, and that's not there at the moment. But ultimately, we do all the things underneath the skin of the property first.
Right. So this would be a kitchen. Our plan would be wrap a kitchen around with an L-shape.
L-shaped kitchen.
Some kind of breakfast bar coming off here, 4 stools, so they can eat and cook.
Yeah. And you'll see here, Wayne's pointing out at this window, actually needs to become a door, a fire exit door. Because if you look at the plan, and as part of the HMO regulations, there needs to be a fire exit for tenants wherever they are on the property. So we put a fire door in the kitchen as a back exit for them.
Here will be the bedroom off the kitchen. So the kitchen will all be removed.
So the old kitchen is going to become a bedroom. So we're now in the ground floor at the back of the house. I think it's an old extension from what I can see.
This becomes our ensuite.
We're going to turn that into an ensuite for that bedroom because all the plumbing's there. So we're going to save a lot of cost. So that's 2 bedrooms, 1 kitchen.
Yeah, and that's just the ground floor.
Yeah, that's the ground floor. So on the top floor now, you'll see there are 3 rooms. 2 are pretty big, and the middle one is pretty small. What I decided to do was to actually make the 2 bigger rooms bedrooms, because I believe in having big bedrooms because tenants stay longer, they pay more for that. I'm just going to keep it as a living room, add a nice L-shaped sofa, a TV, make it look really nice. And that's something the tenants can enjoy, outside of their rooms if they wish.
The next room, we're going to nick some of the hallway because hallway doesn't make any money.
No, right, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to put a doorway in here.
Clever.
Then this room, this little cupboard here, will generate as our new wardrobe. In this corner here, we will have a new ensuite.
Yeah.
The reason we're putting it here, it's 1 straight 1 above the kitchen to get the waste pipe out.
Yeah.
4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 1 kitchen and 1 communal. Give us 8 weeks. I want to see you again in 3 weeks to see where we are.
Perfect, done.
So that's King's Terrace.
That's
and
King's
thank you very much.
Now, going back to the schedule of works, in the first week, he's going to do, the first 2 weeks, he's going to strip out the whole property. The last thing we do is the decoration and the painting. Now, even though it might take some time to find a good builder, once you've found a good one, stick by them and they'll stick by you. And that's the benefit of having a great relationship with a great builder, is that not only does it take off the risk, it takes off the time and the stress onto them because they know what they're doing, but also it allows you to formulate and to systemize your refurb approach. So I actually found my builder after trying many things. He knows everything there is to know about HMOs in that area. And I found him through a friend of mine who ran a restaurant where I used to eat at all the time. And he introduced me at one of his building sites and we immediately hit it off. And from that moment on, I gave him a project. He did a great job. That's how I personally found my builder. It wasn't easy, but eventually it was worth it. Just about wraps up this video. That's all things to do with planning the refurb that's now begun. The next video will be about 4 weeks into the refurb. You'll have to wait a bit for that. But I hope you found this video helpful. So if there's anything you'd like me to talk about, anything specific, just comment below the video and I'll do my best to perhaps do a Q&A video if I get enough questions. Please do like and subscribe so that you'll get more notifications whenever I release content. I aim to make a video once a week and I'll see you soon.